All right, everybody. As you are getting settled, just a quick little check-in. Make sure you have everything that you need for your practice today. Some weights if you're using weights, something heavy if you don't have weights to use, something to sip on, and anything else that you need to feel safe and comfortable and ready to go. And we'll take a moment just to breathe. So when you are ready, bring yourself into your seat and just allow everything just to settle, giving your body this opportunity just to rest and connect to your breath. And not doing anything to change your breath, but just simply notice the rhythm and the length and the quality of your breath. Mm. And allow your breath to bring you into the present moment, just getting centered and grounded and prepared for your workout today. And as you breathe in and out with ease, and take a moment to consider your intention for your practice. What is it you need to receive from your workout today? And remembering to honor and listen to your body and moving in ways that benefit you. And when you feel ready, begin to deepen your breath as if you're blowing into a balloon, expanding in all directions. And then as you exhale, see if you can squeeze all the air out of that balloon. And do that again. Inhale when you're ready. Breathe into your belly, into your waist and your back, into your ribs, front, side, and back. And breathing out and connecting to your core to squeeze and release that breath. And again, inhale when you're ready. And exhale and release. This time, if you like, you can add a squeeze. Inhale, tense and squeeze your hands. Lift your shoulders towards your ears. Squeeze your eyes, your lips, your cheeks. And as you exhale, just allow that tension to melt away. If that felt good, you can repeat that. Inhale, tense and squeeze. And exhale, release. And then one more time. Inhale, tense and squeeze. And exhale and release. And now just one side. Circle that shoulder. Lift and squeeze. Soften and release. You can reverse that circle if you're making circles or just move it in a new way. The elbow can bend along with that movement. And then maybe take your fingertips to your shoulder and just stir up that elbow. And then you can reverse that direction. Good. And then just let that arm rest. You can place that hand on your leg or just let it rest by your side and move to the other side. If the other side isn't an option for you today, you can repeat the same thing on the same side, getting it nice and warm, and then reverse that direction. And fingertips to the shoulder and circle the elbow. And then circle the other way. Good. And release the arms down. Circle both shoulders if that's an option for you. And then the next time you breathe, give everything a good squeeze. And exhale and release. Good. Let your hands rest on your legs. And this time, as you inhale, let your eyes and nose look upward. And as you exhale, let your chin and nose point downward. So just a few breaths here, moving within your own pain-free range of motion. And exhale to look down. And inhale to look up. Next time you look down, stay there. Just let your head be heavy. Breathe into the back of your neck. And then just tilt one ear towards the shoulder and just stay there and breathe. If it's an option for you to take the opposite arm down beside you, you can link your fingertips around the bottom of your chair or tuck it behind your back, just whatever feels possible for you here. And take another deep breath in and deep breath out. And then drop the chin down towards your chest. And then other side, or repeat on the same side. And tilting the ear towards the shoulder. And breathe into your neck. You can increase the stretch by holding on to the bottom of your seat with the opposite arm, opposite hand, or tuck it behind you. Just finding what feels right for you. We'll take another breath. And as you exhale, drop the chin back down. You can take that arm back and place the hand onto your legs. This time, as you inhale, let your eyes and nose look up and slide your fingers towards your hips. And as you exhale, slide your fingers towards your knees, look down. And just increasing the stretch and movement here, looking up, slide the elbows back. And exhale, slide the fingers forward. Inhale, look up, elbows back. And exhale, look down, fingers to knees. And then return to a neutral position here. You can let your arms rest down by your sides and then reach towards the ground and come back up to center. And then reach to the other side and come back up to center. Now, repeating here, just shifting at your own pace. You can move slower or faster than me. If both sides aren't an option, just stay on the same side. Good. And one more each side. Nice, easy breath. Then return to center. And now just cross one arm over your chest. The other hand can reach and hold on to the elbow or to the back of that arm. It's like you're giving yourself a hug here and just breathe into that shoulder. Now you can stay here a little longer or switch sides, cross the other arm over. Breathe. Good. And now bring your elbows into your waist or into your rib cage and just open and close your hands here, hugging the elbows in towards your ribs and towards your waist. Just nice and slow. Good. Two more. Last one. Good. Bring your arms down beside you and just lift and lower the hands. Good. And then just one arm. Take the arm on a slight diagonal, just kind of sweeping low to high. Good. Two more. Last one. And other side, or repeat a second round on the same side. Good. The elbows just kind of curved here. And two more. Last one. Good. Come back to center. Roll the shoulders. And then take your fingertips to the shoulder and just lean off to one side. If that doesn't feel good to you, keep the arm beside you. If it's an option for you, you can take that arm overhead only if that works for you. And come back to center. Same side or second side, reaching to the ground. Fingertips to the shoulder. The elbow can rise for a deeper stretch. You can reach the arm overhead. You can always have your hand on the chair for support. And then come back to center. All right, so getting moving a little bit more now. Let's toss some balls up in the air like we're juggling balls and tossing up and catching. Could do one side only, toss and catch, both sides. And then start to play with your balance, reaching a little bit more forward, reaching a little bit more out to the side, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. Just find your own range of motion. Good. Last one. And come back to center. And let's just go for an easy jog. You could also ski. So both arms can move in the same direction at the same time or alternating. This is an option for you to add the knees and the feet. You can lift and lower. Good. Continue here for just about 30 more seconds, getting nice and warm now. Remembering you can always move faster or slower than me, but in our warm up, we're not trying to go to our highest intensity just yet. All right, 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. All right, let's bring the elbows behind us again, preparing for our crisscross. So we'll crisscross in front and pull, crisscross and pull. You could always leave out the crisscross and reach and pull instead, or crisscross and pull. Nice, easy breath here. So as we start moving a little faster, check in, make sure you're not holding your breath. Good, about 10 more seconds. Nice, steady pace. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, let's row the boat. Now, there's many ways we can row the boat. You can go across or in front of the body. You can have a single oar or both. All right, so rowing your boat the way you would like to row today. Nice and easy here. We'll be coming back to this movement again later. Right now, we're just reminding our body where to go, how to move. Good. 15 seconds. 5 more seconds. All right. Very good. So we're a little warm. Maybe have a sip of water and we'll transition to weights if you're using weights today. Remember, weights are not necessary unless you choose to use them. When you're ready.
I'm curious why you have two different colored socks on.
Because that's all I could find. I just realized I was actually going to take them off and forgot. You caught me. So let's start with our rotator cuff. Palms facing up, open and close. You could always do one side only.
We've all been there.
Right. I was doing good just to get socks on both feet. Good. And we're just pacing ourselves here. We don't want to go too fast. So notice if momentum starts to kind of take you for a ride, slow it down. Good. We've got about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right. Bring your arms down. Give 'em a little roll. Just check in. And then next we'll go to our lateral raises. So elbows tucked in. Lift and lower one arm or both arms or alternating arms. Good. For more intensity, you've heard this before, you can straighten those arms out. I find that to be quite intense, especially at first. Good. We're about halfway through. And you could always mix it up. All right. 5 more seconds. Last one. Very good. Bring your arms down. Roll out your shoulders. And now we'll scoop across the body, single arm raise. And palm is facing up. Elbow can be slightly curved here. Good. And we are about halfway through. If you're switching, you can switch. Good. And if you've been here with us for a few weeks, notice if you're feeling a little stronger today. Maybe it's a little bit easier. We'll do one more. Good. And come back to center. Give yourself a little roll, a little stretch, and then we'll move into our biceps. So it can either be a single arm or both arms. Squeezing that fist towards your shoulder. Good. Losing my glasses here, y'all. So as we know, we have lots of fun variations to play with. You could also do a hammer curl. So the palms just stay facing in. We're about halfway through now. Traditional bicep curl adds the rotation of the forearm. Good. 5 more seconds. Last one. Very good. Give it a little stretch, a little release. And then moving into triceps. So I'll give you some options here. You can push down into your seat like you're trying to lift yourself up. You could also press your elbows back behind you into the seat of your chair, or the back of your chair rather, or one arm above you, or both arms. Good. You could also take those hands back behind you. So we got some options here for our triceps. And we're just about halfway through. And make sure you're breathing. Check in. Good. Two more. Last one. And bring it down and take a rest. So you can let those go if you want to. Shake out your hands, wiggle your fingers, circle the wrists out. All right. Have a sip of water anytime you need to. And then when you're ready for your next round, come back into your ready position. Elbows tucked back, palms face up. We'll open and close.
Julie wants to know who the kitty is.
So this black one here is Jack. And then the white one that kind of comes in, he's got little like tiger spots. We pretty much call him Mr. Funny Pants or Fancy Pants these days. So we're about halfway through. They tend to be just like right out of the camera sight. They have all kinds of nicknames though. Jack's a little cross-eyed, so sometimes we call him Cross-eyed Jack or Blackjack, obviously. All right, last one. All right, bring your arms down, give a little shrug, and then we'll move right on to our lateral raises. One arm or both. They all choose me. I don't choose them. They just show up one day and move in. And this guy is just slightly feral. He doesn't understand that my feet are connected to the rest of me. So we're about halfway through. Keep moving. You can switch sides if you're doing one side only. It's getting a little dangerous over here. All right, two more. Last one. Very good. All right, give those arms a little shrug. And then when you're ready, move to our scoops. Scooping one arm up. All right, buddy. We're about halfway through. Can switch sides. It's getting very challenging over here. Doing great, y'all. Almost there. 10 more seconds. And last one. All right. Next, we have biceps. Can go back to our traditional bicep curl or a hammer curl. Third option is a lateral bicep curl. So you're out, not directly beside you, but on a little diagonal to the side. And we're about halfway through. Good. Doing great, y'all. Got about 8 more seconds. All right, last one. Very nice. All right, moving right along to our triceps. Pick what works best for you. All right, we're about halfway through. Switching sides if you're doing one at a time. Make sure you're breathing. Do a little check in. And 3 more seconds. Last one. Very good. Okay. Have a sip of water. You can take a break. I'm going to grab a toy for this guy. Hopefully that will satisfy him. All right. 10 more seconds, and then we'll move to our third round. You can come into your ready position when you're ready. Hug those elbows close as you open and close. You can always do single or both. Good. We're about halfway through. 5 more seconds. 2 and 1. Very good. All right. When you're ready, begin your lateral raises. Straight arm or bent. One arm or both. Doing great. We're about halfway through. Almost there. Check in with your breath. And 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right. Check in with those shoulders. Now, when you're ready, give a little scoop. Good. Now, watch out when we're doing this sort of these swinging motions that it doesn't start to just sort of take on a life of its own, right? So, moving a little slower is going to help you control that momentum. And we're about halfway through. 5 more seconds. Last one. Very good. All right. Moving right along, back to our bicep curls. And choose what works for you. All right, we're about halfway through. Good. Check in with your breath. 5 more seconds. Last one. Very good. All right, so choose your triceps. Doing great, y'all. All right, we're about halfway through. Almost there. Doing great. And 5 more seconds. Last one. Very good. All right, that was our final round. So you can put those weights off to the side and do a little check in. Give yourself a little squeeze. Stretch into your neck. Release any tension that may have gathered in there. Have a sip of water if you need to. All right. And when you're ready, you can follow me into our high intensity interval training now. So here we're going to start to go to our highest level of intensity, which means you can go faster. You can add variety, leaning back a little bit if you're not right up against the back of your chair. You can go as fast as you want to. You can be running or skiing. So any of these motions here, just to get you moving and warmed up even more now. And we'll go for about 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. So if you don't want to rest in between, you can take a nice little walk. Just kind of let things keep moving at a slower pace. And then we'll move to our next exercise. Reach up and reach down. In between, just tap your legs, reaching up and down, up and down. Now you can go faster than me. I'm keeping my eye on y'all. You are welcome to pick up the speed, pick up the pace. As you reach down, just make sure that you are not dropping your head too low. Good. 5 more seconds. 3 and 2 and 1. Very good. All right. Take a little break. He's like a giant kitten. He acts like a kitten, but he's huge. All right. So, palms face down now. Let's play the drums. Now, maybe we're playing bongo drums today, or maybe you're playing with sticks, like you're holding 2 drumsticks, whatever feels better. Give a nice little drum all around you. And then maybe you've got some drums in front of you. beside you, all around you. Good. Keeping yourself moving. And remember, if there are some exercises that just don't work out for you, then you can pick something else, right? As long as we're moving, that's what matters. 3 more seconds and rest. Very good. In between exercises, you can always stretch out the neck, stretch out your shoulders. Just make sure you're not gathering tension. But all right. So next, chopping wood. So taking your hands up like you're holding an axe, we're going to chop up and down. Remember to keep that head elevated here. So even though we're chopping down, you don't want to drop your head as low as your hands. Good. Keep it chopping. Oh, 5 more seconds. Last one. Hey, and take a break. Sip of water. All right, time to catch some flies. Catching flies, one hand at a time, or both hands, or one arm only. Buddy, go that way. Catching flies, reaching out in all directions. And if you're able to squeeze your hands into a fist, you can add that squeeze release, but it's not necessary. You could always just kind of scoop like you've got cat paws or bear paws. Right. Good. Keep it moving. 3 more seconds. And rest. Very good. You can always take that little walk if you don't want to go to a complete rest. All right, next up, some speed punches. So elbows lifted, stirring up here right in front of the chest. You can lean back if you want to. You can move like you are dodging an opponent. Good. Keeping it moving. 5 more seconds. And rest. Very good. All right. Check in, roll it out. Nice breath. And go for a walk if you want to in between. Oh, all right. Hands in front of your heart. We're going to climb that rope. You can go faster. If you have glasses, try not to knock your glasses off your face. That's happened to me. So keep your hands away from your face. Pulling down. You can always lean back a little bit. 5 more seconds. And rest. Very good. Okay, nice easy breath. And check in. Take a stretch if you need to. Okay, next we have crisscross and pull. Cross in front of the heart and pull those elbows back. If the crisscross isn't feeling good today, you can reach and pull, right? So adapt, add any variation you want to here. Very good. 3 more seconds. Last one. Take a rest. Very good. Maybe circle the wrists out, shake out the hands. All right, let's go back to reach up, reach down. Hands start on your legs, reach up and down. Tap the legs in between the up and the down. You can always go faster than me. Doing good. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right. 15 seconds for a break. Check in. Hmm. Okay, let's play the drums. Here we go. All around you. We got drums everywhere today. Above you, below you, beside you. You can always have sticks instead of using your palms. 5 more seconds. And rest. Very good. All right. So check in. Coming down the home stretch, do you want more intensity, less intensity, or do you want to keep it sustained? And let's go for a little boat ride. So coming back to rowing our boat, either crossing in front or rowing in the same direction. Keep your breath nice and steady. Try not to hold it. Doing good. 5 more seconds. And rest. Very nice. All right. Give a little roll out of the shoulders. Stretch out the neck. All right, next up, let's go to our speed punches again. Elbows lifted, hands at the heart. You got a nice tight fist here. If a fist doesn't work for you, you can extend the fingers like you're stirring up here in front of the chest. Good. Try to keep the elbows lifted. And then if you want to add in some body movements, you can lean. Good. Punching out. Good. And rest. Very nice. If you haven't had a sip of water in a while, check in, hydrate. All right, let's go back to chopping wood, holding that axe in between your hands, and we're going to chop down. Now it could be both arms or single arm. Coming down with strong force, staying centered. 10 more seconds. Last one. Good. All right. And deep breath. As you exhale, reconnect to that center, reconnect to your core. All right, next up, we're going to catch those flies again. Springtime is coming. Maybe we're catching ladybugs today. Or diamonds are falling from the sky, flower petals. In my house, it's cat fur. And 10 more seconds. And rest. Very good. All right. Shake it out, roll the shoulders. If you want to keep moving, you can. That's fine. If you want to rest, enjoy the rest. All right, let's go back to rowing our boat. Here we go. You can go across or in front, whatever works best for you. Stay connected to your breath. We've got 10 more seconds to go. And three, two, one. All right. Take a moment, check in, breathe. I feel kind of warm now. All right, let's climb our rope. Hands, one hand on top of the other, pulling down, reaching up, yanking it down. Anytime we're using our arms, we're also tapping into our core. Good, doing great, y'all. 15 seconds. And three, two, one, and rest. Very good. Check in with your breath. Nice full exhalation. Easy breath in. All right, let's go for a run or skiing. So this is our marathon now. We're going to run. And then if you want to add some speed punches, you can move to speed punches. Good. And now let's reach up and down. Three more seconds. And then how about crisscross pull? 5 more seconds. And now let's go for a run, or you can ski. Good. Coming down the home stretch. We're going to go for 20 more seconds. Almost there. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. All right. Roll out those shoulders. And then take one hand to one shoulder. And then take a nice stretch over. You can lift that elbow. You can take the arm overhead if you want to. The other hand can rest on your chair or it can let go. This is a little more challenging. Support if you want to. And come back to center. Roll out that shoulder. And then other side, roll it out. And then fingers to shoulder. And then take a stretch, lean over, support if you need it. Take the arm overhead if that's an option. And come back to center. And roll out the shoulders one more time. And then give it a big squeeze. Inhale, tense. Exhale, release. And let your hands rest on your legs. And as you inhale, look up, slide your elbows back. And as you exhale, slide your fingers forward and look down. And again, slide your elbows back, look up. And exhale, look down. And one more time. And come back to center. And just cross one arm over your chest. Give it a good stretch. And then maybe the other arm, cross over. Big breath. And then maybe both arms. Give yourself a big hug. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, let something go. And just pause here before we go, acknowledging the effects of your practice on your body, your heart, your mind, and your spirit. If there's anything you want to let go of before you move back into your day, take a deep breath all the way in and big sigh, let it go. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Have an awesome week. I'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.